Greetings everyone and welcome back to another Corepunk video. I know you all been waiting for some more news. So today we have got an update from Artificial Core on how the test has gone and when the next test is actually gonna be. And hopefully the next test is gonna include more people maybe. We'll see. But let's dive into it. As the first thing before we dive into it, do you see something on the news? Do you see the picture? We can see we have someone called Corepunk 2 standing on a roof in a building. We have Mike Blades. We have Blackout, EK Blast, and even, oh, who's that? Dvalin. Dvalin himself. Yeah. That was a picture that, it was like 1 minute, 2 minutes before the server shut down. It was like 12, in the evening, and the servers were supposed to go off, and I think we played like 10 minutes more longer than the servers were actually supposed to be. But, we were just having a fun party on the roof together with Eugene. So Eugene is actually EK Blast, as also you can see the person who took the screenshot because his name is like orange. So I was together with Eugene, we were having a party on the roof, and he took the screenshot, which was pretty cool. In case you haven't seen the picture, I'm actually gonna show you here. You can see the full picture here. So this is like the picture here. You can see that EK Blast, Blackout, Dvalin, Mike Blaze, Corepunk. Then we can see the zone. So basically we have some NPCs down there that we talk with for questings and stuff like that. We can see he has different items. He's playing the blaster, the medic, and we can also see the chat here. So basically here you can see here that I was trying to say dance. Mike is saying, so who turns the light off? Black is saying king of the castle, king of the castle. And Corepunk is saying it's going to be awkward if nobody does. So he were talking about like, who's shutting off the servers. And Mike is saying 6 HP and a dream. Because you can see he almost had no HP. And my HP bar was even blocking him. So that's pretty fun. He also had a few quests he was doing. So you can see there. And had 21 gold with FPS on 73. So pretty interesting picture. But again, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the first steps in Corepunk, September test and recap and upcoming plans. Yeah. So let's go through it. Hey everyone. We recently concluded our first test on September 30 and we're excited to report that it was a success. Many of the bugs you encounter were already known to us and we are on the task of addressing them for our next round. On the technical side, it was good to see the game run without significant frame drops. We are actively working on bringing an even smoother experience in upcoming tests. A big takeaway from your feedback was the immersive nature of Corepunk's world. It's good to know our efforts in crafting rich atmosphere resonated with many of you. We are committed to enhancing this immersion in future updates, however we did notice a certain elements, like limited content, affecting game balance and disrupting players' flow. We'll fix that in our upcoming updates by expanding testable content. So basically what he means was like, I said it in my previous video, that basically the entire test we could do was very limited. It was kind of like, when you play, let's say World of Warcraft, where you have that starting area where you level from level 1 to 6. It's a very small starting area. That was kind of like the entire test here. It was a bit bigger, but still kind of the same. And so it was very limited in what you could do. But still, for me, it was fun to have those 4 hours there. But of course, I would love to have tried a dungeon, but I don't even know if dungeons are ready in the game yet. We will see. So, quest navigation was a highlight in the feedback. While we believe the request markers might take away from the sense of exploration. We're looking to improve quest structure, and we'll add more general markers and zone names to the map for clarity. So basically, when you took quests, it didn't show on the map where you had to go. You know, I've been playing the test, by the way, if you didn't know. I mean, you should know now since you see my name is here in the playtest. But basically, when you took a quest, it didn't show you where the quest was. You had to kind of like, you know, find out yourself. And I think what they're saying here is they don't really like having quest markers. Even maybe some people have requested it. I might be one of them. I might have requested quest markers, but I do respect if they don't want to have quest markers because they want the game to be more exploratable. Like, is that even a word? You know what I mean? Like, you know, they probably don't want you to just follow the quest and don't think about anything. They want you to, like, you know, run out. And even sometimes you've got to be like, am I at the right place right now? Am I lost? You know, they kind of want you to have that feeling of you're on an adventure, which I do understand. But then as after you're saying, they need to improve the zone names. They need to improve, like, the quest has to tell you, go to the Cathedral of Kabar, or the Cathedral of Dvalin, you know, something like that. And then you know that when you are in this zone here on the map, the quest should be here, something like that, you know, because right now it was, it could be confusing, I think, but we'll see what they find, what they do. The beauty of MMOs is that every player brings their own style to the table. Our world is designed for exploration, and sometimes missing an NPC or two is part of the adventure. Encountering an unexpected character in a remote area should feel like a unique event. We aim for a genuine world where players choose the pace. Yeah, basically they want a very big world where maybe no one really like talks with every NPC. You know, some people skip some NPCs because they don't find them. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, yeah, an open world where it's your adventure. One of the things we liked seeing during the test was how players interacted with each other. It felt natural and is exactly what we were aiming for with Corepunk. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people were very fast on grouping up and having fun together and, you know, just kind of like helping each other. So that was nice. But we did see that playing solo was more challenging than we wanted. Corepunk is designed for both solo and group players. There are designated passive talent trees for solo players, but we see that some balance fixes are required to improve that experience. And I have to agree, like, you know, when I was running around with Mike and HRAB and Tasmodai, we had a good time killing these mutated rats, which we had a quest for. But when you were alone and you took like 1 or 2 mutated rats at the same time, it could be very, very difficult. Like, it could be really tough, you know, killing those rats. And then, you know, the game also has like, it can be very hard to restore HP, you know, life and stuff like that. So it was just like, you know, playing in a group felt kind of like necessary to be able to play the game faster, as playing solo was very, very challenging. So I think that's also what they're saying here. They probably have to do some fixes so solo players can actually also play the game, probably. We wanted to mention that it was our first test, indeed. You should expect changes to the balance as we test gameplay and game systems, but the core gameplay loop will be more or less stay the same. Challenging, but not hardcore. And that's also kind of what I felt, you know. The game was definitely challenging compared to other MMOs where you basically just like auto-follow the quest lines and never really dip down in your HP, if you know what I mean. Where this game was challenging, I would say. But yeah, it's not hardcore. It was more like challenging, because you could fail, you could die if you wanted, and you could come back again quick. Yeah, so moving forward, Corepunk will continually evolve, with each testing phase aimed at refining the game further. Huge thanks to everyone who are interested into But huge thanks to everyone for the interest and support in Corepunk. We especially appreciate those who participated in the test for the invaluable feedback. We are sure it will help us to improve the game. We're already gearing up for another test by the end of October, and we can't wait to welcome even more of you to provide insights. And look forward to seeing you again at the end of October. Oh yeah, so basically I will be playing Corepunk again at the end of October. I mean, I have a big feeling that, you know, the people who already got invited and have the game installed on their PC right now, you know, are gonna keep the game and keep the access. So they're just gonna, like, you know, invite more and more and more and more, which is nice. So looking forward to the end of October. I don't think we're gonna see a removal of NDA, so I still don't think we're gonna be allowed to like make content about the game end of October, but I mean, we'll see. Who knows? I feel like, you know, Eugene and the team, they need to remove NDA when they feel ready, when they feel like they are ready to show what they have, because, you know, once they remove NDA, I'm gonna be recording every single little thing in the game. You know, I'm gonna record the tree, I'm gonna record the stone, and I'm gonna record every single NPC and conversations. You know, I'm gonna probably put down YouTube server because I'm gonna be uploading so many videos. So yeah, you know. So yeah. But again, it was fun. It was a fun playtest, and this image here is definitely gonna go into my pictures that I have to remember. So it was fun. It was really fun. So again, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you back in end of October when we play the next playtest. Peace out, and see you in Corepunk.